Time magazine. Why do teachers hate you?
Why do you hate teachers?
And why do you hate
Managing
teachers?
editor of Time magazine, Nancy Gibbs, has got a look at the magazine's new issue, which is very cool, and we'll get to that in just a moment. But first, excuse me, rotten apples?
Come on.
They are not happy with you
really
on your last
We had Randy
cover.
Weingarten here. She's not happy.
She said it was assault on teachers.
Yes, so I love a lively debate about an important issue as much as anyone. I'm concerned when our coverage of a debate is mischaracterized.
Right.
We wrote about a landmark California case that basically says keeping a bad teacher in a classroom is unconstitutional. And so the rotten apples we refer to on the cover are those bad teachers.
And you say that actually in your subtitle.
Yes. But somehow the protest is saying that it insults all teachers, and so I'm a little puzzled by that, because what's most poignant to me is the people who are most upset by bad teachers are good teachers, because they're the ones. If you're a great third-grade teacher and you've brought your class along and lit them on fire with the love of learning, and then you turn them over to an ineffective teacher and you watch that be lost, that is heartbreaking.
It's kind of like on the show where we'll have a great segment, then we'll bring John Heilman.
I know.
And it's heartbreaking.
I gotta say, this is the thing though that makes me crazy, and it makes me cry. I like Randy and everything, but this is such a strategy of a lot of the union, the forces of the status quo. The only way they can maintain the status quo is to turn every critique, no matter how nuanced, every critique is an attack on all teachers. They do this all the time, and it kind of undermines the credibility of those within the status quo who say they're open to reform, because what they do is they just attack anyone who makes any criticism whatsoever as being teachers. It makes me crazy.
Well, you know, and it misses a larger point, which is actually why we did the cover story in the first place. We're 5 days away from an election. A lot of people think our politics, locally, nationally, are broken. And some of them are now going to the courts to try to accomplish in the courts what is not happening in legislatures and politically. You can agree with this judge's ruling, you can disagree with it, but it has huge implications, and we ought to be talking about, is this the way we want to be making policy?
So, Nancy,
is this the
if words